EU trade. But we stay with trade now and head to South Korea, where top talks between South Korean and American officials on President Trump's tariffs have been postponed due to a scheduling conflict for US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, South Korea's finance ministry said today. The two sides plan to reschedule the 2+2 meeting, which was set for Friday in Washington. South Korea's finance minister, Koo Young-chul, was expected to attend in hopes of avoiding 25% tariffs set to take effect on August the 1st. The postponement raises doubts about a possible deal. Kospi stock index fell on this news. Washington has given no further details. Also, according to Korean media, South Korea will invest more than $100 billion as part of a trade deal with the US. Well, joining us to discuss this development, once again on the programme today, Dr. Satoru Nagao, a fellow at the Hudson Institute, joining us from Tokyo, Japan. Dr. Nagao, thank you ever so much for joining us. How significant is this delay? Of course, with a deadline approaching now, just over a week away, a significant delay potentially impacting the tariffs and the economy of South Korea.
Yes, it is true. This is very important because the deadline is approaching next week. Only 1 week is the time. And at the same time, when we check the US deal with other country, firstly the British, but after that Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, all of these countries are US allies and partners and in the Indo-Pacific. So that's why the U.S. is choosing the country to deal based on their security priority view from this map. So that's why the South Korea, the Taiwan, the EU, the India, these countries are lining up, I think, except so the U.S. is negotiating many countries at the same time, but these areas are priority for the U.S. That's why they choose. So if the U.S. postpones the South Korea, of course, this is based on the schedule, but at the same time, this is a message to priority, which country is a priority for the United States. So that's why this is serious for the South Korea, and this is a pressure for South Korea to consider a little more. So that could happen, I believe. Thank you.
Absolutely, Dr. Nagao. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Of course, the topic of trade and the conversation around trade is set to heat up with that deadline, August the 1st, fast approaching. But we now move over to North America. In a new report, the Wall Street Journal has alleged